Why would you want to fucking I don't want to get dark on your podcast, but like I saw a thing where somebody failed at killing themselves, and it was a girl and she was beautiful. This is the worst thing in the world. This is gonna be a big hit.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
go dark. Go ahead.
She put the gun under her chin.
Wait, first of all, why?
She had depression, whatever. But she was like 22, beautiful white girl, like beautiful, like an 8 or 9. She had so much to live for, Kevin. So she puts the gun under her chin, shoots, ends up just blowing her fucking face off, and lives.
Oh,
and there was just nothing but like a hole and a tongue flap hanging
I saw that
out.
on South Park. Wow.
What? Was that on South Park?
There was an episode of South Park, I think, where Britney Spears shot herself in the face. But she was still alive and she just had this hole.
I guarantee you that's where they got it from. I guarantee you that's where they
South
got
Park
it
is wild for that.
Wait. So this girl shot herself.
She shot herself. Oh, and the reason
she lived.
And she lived, and the reason she became in the news and everything is and she's still alive. They gave her a face transplant also. So
did she ever have an interview? Like, did she regret trying to kill herself?
I saw an interview with her. Yeah. It was a moment of weakness. Yeah.
Fuck, man. Mental health, man. It's such a crazy thing.
Well, like I told Kevin once quarantine started, I was like, you're gonna see, like, people are not going to be able to, handle this for such a long period of time. And you see it. People are slowly
I've read an article today saying that even police officers are really contemplating suicide, if not.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there was a guy.
Why? Why is that?
Because there's too much stress.
Yeah,
Man.
I would imagine
they're already stressed out.
Several reasons. They're stressed out. They're seeing a whole bunch of shit going down, and some things that they're, perhaps powerless to even, make a difference.
There was a guy. I read an article. This was like 3-4 weeks ago. I think he was working as a volunteer firefighter, and then he became an EMT. And he just started, like he literally just went on, and then the virus came out. He was on it. He was working for maybe a few months into it, and when COVID hit, he killed himself. In Astoria, he went off by the rocks, by the water in Astoria Park over there, and he shot himself with his father's gun.
Right.
You remember that?
I read that.
Yeah,
I read that.
His dad's like a DT. He took his dad's gun.
I didn't go into the article. I saw the headline.
Yeah,
I read the headline.
Yeah. So this is, it's.
So that's what it was about.
It was about that. When this was at its peak, and people were like super paranoid, and like the hospitals were going crazy. There were. I remember reading an article. Initially, there was reports that they made a rule that for the EMTs who show up to your house, if they can't get your heart going again within like a certain amount of time, I think they had like 20 minutes. They had to just call it and leave. Prior to the coronavirus, if you're in your house, your heart stops, they would stay there, try to resuscitate you for as long as it took. So, these people are, they're living under this, life and death, constant death. So, yeah, it makes them want to kill themselves. Just make sure if you're going to do it, you put the gun, in your mouth. Christ. Don't blow your entire face off.
That doesn't even work like that.
What do you mean? Putting it in your mouth?
Doesn't work. Sometimes you could shoot your cheek off.
It's true.
That's probably the worst way to go, right? Shooting yourself. The ideal way to, I don't want to say.
Okay, let's hear it. What's your idea?
I mean, if you were going to commit suicide, you don't want to be half-assed, right? So you want to do something that makes sure guaranteed death, right? So I think it was like jumping off a bridge. I think that's guaranteed death, or jumping off a building.
What if it's not instant? What if you're just there, and it's a slow death? You're just bleeding out.
Well, if you jump from high enough, it's instant.
Yeah.
Like those people who, jumped out of the World Trade Center. Their bodies exploded when they
Because shooting yourself, it's not a guarantee.
It's not a guarantee, man. You see, there's fucking...
Yeah, but don't you think that you'll feel pain when you splat?
Dude, it's all awful.
Yeah.
Listen, you want to kill yourself, you go buy yourself $100 worth of heroin, and you shoot that shit into your arm.
Go party, man.
I got a better... This is the best way to kill yourself. Right.
This is an awful podcast.
No.
Sorry.
This is
you didn't even hear me yet. Give me a chance. You started this.
Yeah, you started this, buddy.
It's
my
fault.
Hello, darkness, my old
We're just leaning into your topic.
Lucky boys.
But check this out. Best way to kill yourself.
Don't do this at home.
No, absolutely do this. If this is the route versus shooting yourself in the face,
right,
or jumping off a building,
right.
What I would say is, whatever you are now, drop everything, go somewhere else, start over. You kill who you are now, start a new life. Start small.
I agree.
Go on a road trip.
Right. You hate this life.
Yeah. Minimize. Kill who you are now.
Start over.
Minimize everything. Get out all the stress, all the people in your life. You could cut it all off because if you're dead, you're gonna cut them all off anyway, right?
It's the same thing.
Same thing. So start a new life. Cut everything. Kill who you are now. Get a car, jump in it, put a mattress in the back of it, whatever you got to do. And just live a simple ass life. Take it a day at a time and create this new identity. Move somewhere else because obviously this environment ain't cutting it.
Right.
Go somewhere else, go on a road trip, and then keep moving until you find what you're looking for.
Well, I like this idea. I got to go.
All right.
I got to go on a road trip right now.
But hey, I think, like, if I thought about it, I said to myself, if I were, everybody thinks
if I were to abandon my family
before I was a family man.
Right.
Oh, that's true. I thought about that too.
Yeah, like when I was a teenager, I actually thought about suicide.
Yeah, me too.
You know, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like I did really think about suicide as a teenager, and as I got older, I was like, you know what, man, if I were to go out, I ain't gonna go out like that. If I can control it, and I'm just gonna cut everything out. I'm gonna get in my car and I'm gonna just drive where the fuck I want. Put a mattress in the back, or sleep in the back of the car. Figure something out. Maybe get a dog to chill with me, and that's it.
Every time I also you hear about someone killing themselves, you're like, why don't you do something fun before you did that? Like, why don't you just try to go rob a bank or something?
Yeah, it's easier said than done, man. When you're in a moment of weakness, you're in that depression state, and that voice is hitting you hard. And you're just real low state of mind. It's a lot of pain, and you just want to release it somehow.
So you're saying suicidal people are weak?
No.
Oh, okay.
What I'm saying is it's really difficult when you're pressed down for that long, and to see any hope, any light. You're just in such a low, dark area. I mean, you have to be in order to kill yourself.
Well, that's probably a chemical imbalance in the head. Like to be pushed to the point where you want to end your life. It's got to be something.
Mental health, but. It could be something. I think it could be that, but it's also something impacted. I say with your environment. I would say there's a strong contribution of who's around you, your support group, your friends, your family, how you deal with stress, right, and perhaps even your diet, if you're sleeping, because all of those things combined, and believe it or not, it could really make a significant impact. Right. And look, if you stay up for 24 hours, and we've done that before.
Oh my God.
It's
not good.
Yeah, your whole world goes out the window. Your whole identity of who you think you are when you're rested versus the portion of you, and any parents would be able to tell you this, right? Versus when you're not rested, you're a completely different person. Of course. You're like a shell of yourself. So I think someone in that state of mind who's not sleeping, who's not really eating, they don't have the proper guidance and support system around them. Right. Yeah, it's going to release the wrong chemicals, man.
Is this a bad time to tell Will I've been up for 3 days?
Is that why you took the caffeine pills?
Huh?
I
really only got like half an hour of sleep last night.
Oh.
Yeah.
But why?
Not 3 days straight.
Quarantine is weird.
It's weird, man. I've been there's multiple times in the last 2 months I've been up for like a day and a half, and then like slept for 10 hours, and then like be up for another day and a half.
Yo,
wow.
Is this something
completely out of like I live we're comics, and like I have a business prior to
living like teenagers.
Well, exactly, and like I'm living the way I lived when I was like 20 years old again. It's awful. It's not healthy. It feels like shit. I don't feel great, but it's like this is what quarantine has done to us,
Well, I can't go to sleep until like 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
Right? Every day.
At least.
But I at least get 4 hours of sleep.
So you guys are just staying up only because you don't have some sort of guideline for yourself, like a schedule. Well, because of the quarantine, everything's kind of just freestyle, loosey-goosey.
Well, for me, there's no rules right now. There's legit no fucking rules. Like, I can, whatever I want to accomplish, I can do at any point of the day.
But so pre-COVID, were you like the sleeping schedule?
No,
not this bad.
No. I've never been like this.
What the fuck do you do then?
We play video games.
Okay.
Well, we write comedy.
We're writing a lot.
Yeah, we write a lot of comedy.
Where do you get your inspiration? Like, what's the best time during the day? Like,
That shit is,
it just comes all day long.
Yeah.
I write jokes all day.
It's like when you feel it. You feel it. You gotta go. Oh, I gotta get this shit.
Like you're in the bathroom. Shit.
I've done it on dates. Like, yo, shut up. I don't want to talk to you about dates.
Yeah.
It's like, hold up.
Hold on. Genius is coming. Come on.
So the thing.
You're welcome. You're witnessing greatness. That's what